Hey Faith family, welcome to this week's midweek pickup. You've probably heard John 3:16 before. It's one of the most famous verses in the entire Bible. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life. And right after that, in verse 17, Jesus says this, for God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but to save the world through him. But here's the thing. Those verses aren't just floating out there by themselves. They're part of a late night conversation that Jesus had with a man named Nicodemus. Nicodemus was a Pharisee, a respected Jewish leader, and he came to Jesus in the dark. Maybe because he didn't want anyone to see him. Maybe because he was still figuring out what he thought about Jesus. Here's the thing. Jesus tells him something strange. That just like Moses lifted up a bronze serpent in the wilderness so the people could be healed, the Son of Man would be lifted up so we could have eternal life. Nicodemus would have instantly remembered the story from Numbers chapter 21. When the Israelites were bitten by snakes, God told them to look at the bronze serpent on a pole. The cure was to face the very thing that had brought death, and in doing so, receive life. Jesus is saying, that's what I'm here to do on the cross. He took on our sin, the thing that brings death. And when we look to him, we find life. But notice God's motivation. It's love, not condemnation. He didn't send Jesus to point a finger, but to open his arms. Here's what that means for us. You don't have to hide your struggles or your failures from God. God already knows them. When you turn towards Jesus, even with your messiness, you step into his light and life. And his love isn't just for the world in general. It's for you personally, right here and now. So maybe this week you've been carrying guilt, or maybe you've been walking in a little darkness. Let this be the moment you remember. God's not out to get you. He's out to save you. And his light is still shining, even now. Let's keep our eye on Jesus, lifted high, because that's where life will be found. Thanks, friends. See you all next time.